I want to comment today on this article that appeared in Politico EU. Why Europe secretly roots for Donald Trump. About a week ago, I published a podcast on how Donald Trump is going to propel the EU forward. Well, let's have a look at what Matthew Carnishing has to say. He says they won't admit it in public, but some European politicians wouldn't be too upset if the Donald wins. Hardly a day goes by without some senior European official voicing concerns. That is true, and I've heard those concerns, which is why I stated Donald Trump would help propel the EU forward. And knowing Bible prophecy, we know that the EU is going to become powerful. He states here, the French president stated that Trump makes you want to retch. German foreign minister called him a hate preacher. Trump seems to be the candidate that everybody loves to hate. He says that at least in some quarters, Trump cloud carries a silver lining. No European politician will say it publicly, but to some on the continent, Trump presents a once-in-a-generation opportunity for the emancipation from American influence. And he said that American bashing has been a mainstay on the right and left for decades. Well, he has a good point here, because the European Federalists have been advocating for more Europe, for the EU to go forward politically and economically, and the Federalists have also wanted to break away from U.S. influence. The European Union, it is a political endeavor. It is so that the EU will have equal say on the world stage. So why would they want to stay attached to the United States? And in Bible prophecy, we know that the EU is going to go forward ahead of the U.S. The U.S. is going to decline down the road. The evils of U.S. influence is one of the few things that European politicians from nearly every slice of the political spectrum can agree on. And he states, most Europeans at the center of Europe's political spectrum genuinely fear the consequences of a Trump victory and a weakening of the transatlantic relationship, but others smell an opportunity too good to be allowed to pass. This is still speculative on this journalist's part, but I can't say that I disagree with his speculations that some within the EU are probably hoping deep down that Trump will be elected so that they can go forward the way they would really like to. A Trump presidency would force a rethink. Absolutely. And I want to point out that I stated this a week ago, basically, that a Trump election is going to propel the EU forward. And this writer is also right in this next section that if Trump wins, the argument for an EU army would be even stronger. I just wanted to point out, again, that what this journalist is stating is basically what I stated in a blog post about a week ago, except that I stated that based on Bible prophecy, Donald Trump will help propel the EU forward if he is in fact elected.